My stepmom called my mom unimportant. I was 12 when Dad married Diane. She moved into our house 3 months after the wedding and immediately started rearranging everything. She threw out the curtains my mom had picked out. She donated half the kitchen stuff to Goodwill without asking. She even painted over the height marks on the hallway wall where Dad measured me every birthday since I was like 5. I visited my mom every other weekend. Dad had full custody because mom traveled for work a lot. She was a sales rep for a medical supply company and spent half the month driving to hospitals in 3 different states. But she never missed a weekend with me when it was her turn. Never. Diane hated that. She'd make comments every time I packed my bag. Your mom couldn't even keep a marriage together. But sure, go spend time with her. Or, must be nice to be the fun parent who doesn't have to do any real work. Dad never said anything. He'd just look at his phone or suddenly remember he needed to check something in the garage. When I turned 15, mom got promoted. Better pay, but she had to move 4 hours away. We switched to monthly visits instead of every other weekend. Diane acted like she'd won something. She started planning all these family activities on the weekends mom used to visit. She signed me up for a Saturday volunteer program at the animal shelter without asking. She scheduled dentist appointments on Friday afternoons, so I'd have to leave school early and couldn't make the drive to mom's place until late. Then came my 16th birthday. Mom had been planning this huge surprise for months. She rented a cabin by the lake, invited my 3 best friends, bought supplies for this whole weekend of kayaking and bonfires and staying up late. She'd requested the time off work back in January. 2 weeks before my birthday, Diane announced she was throwing me a party at our house. On the same Saturday, mom had planned the cabin trip. I told her I already had plans with mom. Diane smiled this tight smile and said, "Well, I already ordered the cake and sent invitations to the whole family. Your aunts and uncles are driving in from out of state. You can see your mom another time." I tried talking to Dad. He said, "Your stepmom put a lot of effort into this. It would be rude to cancel now. Your mom will understand." Mom didn't understand. When I called to tell her, she went quiet for a long time. Then she just said, "Okay, we'll celebrate another weekend." But I could hear something break in her voice. The party was awful. My friends weren't there because they'd already committed to the cabin trip with mom. Instead, it was just me and a bunch of adult relatives I barely knew. Diane had invited her entire side of the family. Her sister brought her 4 kids who destroyed my room looking for the presents. Her mom kept asking me why I looked so miserable at my own party. I sat on the porch steps eating sheet cake by myself while Diane showed everyone the photo slideshow she'd made. It was full of pictures from the last 4 years. Me and Dad and Diane at baseball games. Me and Diane baking cookies. Our family vacation to the beach. There wasn't a single photo of mom in the entire thing. That's when Uncle Ray asked where my mom was. He'd driven 6 hours to be there and wanted to say hi to her. He didn't know about the divorce. Diane laughed. This light, casual laugh like he'd asked something funny. "Oh, she's around somewhere. But honestly, she's pretty unimportant to the family these days. We're the ones raising her, really." The entire backyard went silent. My aunt stopped cutting cake. My cousin put down his soda. Even Diane's own mother looked uncomfortable. I stood up. I didn't yell. I just said, "Mom's the one who taught me to read. She's the one who sat with me for 3 hours when I had panic attacks before math tests. She drove through a blizzard to pick me up the time I got sick at camp. She's not unimportant. You are." I walked inside, grabbed my phone, and called mom. I asked her if the cabin was still available. She said yes. I packed a bag, walked out the front door, and got in my car. Dad followed me out, saying I was being dramatic. Diane stood on the porch with her arms crossed, telling me I was ruining everything. I drove 4 hours to mom's apartment. We went to the cabin the next morning, just the 2 of us. We didn't kayak or have a bonfire. We just sat on the dock with our feet in the water, and she didn't ask me any questions about what happened. She already knew. When I got back home 3 days later, half the party decorations were still up. Diane didn't speak to me for 2 weeks. Dad asked if I was ready to apologize yet. I moved in with mom 2 months later when I turned 17. Dad signed the papers without arguing.